Big data is just something like Google, Microsoft, these big companies, how they just have all this information in general. And I guess the entire field of big data is just sorting and being able to organize and find correlations in the big data that they use for the marketing techniques so that they know what to advertise to us, things
So
of that
Tommy,
nature.
yeah.
Well, I think definitely you should be protected against regular people on the internet, and I also think you should be protected against the government. I used to think that it's okay for the government to access your stuff because like they're only gonna worry about terrorists and they're only worrying about your own good. But then I was enlightened by a few people, and they told me even the government is made up of regular people just like us who don't have the best interests. So bottom line, I guess it's very important, no matter what you have.
Like, just guessing by the terms, like, I think that there should be protection against, like there should be privacy checks and stuff, but I do not certainly agree with the government, like, I personally think that if they want our information, sure, like, I personally, like, if they wanted to, like, interfere with my stuff and take my information, I wouldn't mind, but I see why certain people would mind.
The big data normally collected by governments or large survey groups. It's generally publicly shared if it's government, and privacy, so it's all anonymous. It's confidential, but that part's not released.
Big data, information privacy. I think all I know is that big data, you need to protect it. If it depends on the magnitude, like how important this data is, if you need to protect it or anything. And I know that big data is hard to protect.
I don't know much about big data. I do know that a lot of data is collected even when we don't know that it's being collected. I mean, one time on my phone I was heading to work and it just updated me and told me that it was going to take me 20 minutes to get to work. I never asked it or anything like that. So I do know that it's being collected. I was working at Credit Suisse over the summer. There's a big data team, and they gave a presentation and they went over like the general scheme of things about how like we collect the type of data and what kinds of things you can assess from that data, but I don't know much about it.
Is what do you know about big data and information privacy?
In big data, I don't know.
I don't have any clue what big data is, or you said, what was the other part of it?
Information privacy?
Information privacy. I mean, it sounds like just what it is. I mean, your information is private.
I don't know anything about big data, and that you should always keep your information private.
I don't know.
So what is big data? Big data refers to the idea of data sets that contain large amounts of complex information. Getting information in such large quantities is related to the idea of information privacy. Whenever a person goes on the internet, companies can use certain technology that allow them to collect information on who we are. This process is known as online personalization. Companies can give personalized advertising and personalized services because we use their products or apps. We share information about ourselves when we are with friends, shopping, traveling, and when we are home every day, through location-based apps to the type of car you drive. Through big data, we have individuals who become data brokers. Data brokers gain information about you through government records, shopping habits, and social media posts. Advertisers love this data because it allows them to cater to specific audiences. Onboarding is a process known where markets load offline information that are from magazine subscriptions, store loyalty cards, or government records. These third-party companies are able to save and store data which is information about individuals, through HTTP cookies and flash cookies. Research has found many of these types of cookies on the top 100 websites. These cookies are files that hold information that store unique identifiers which could be used to track and analyze the user. It is possible to delete the cookies that are stored on your computer before they even get to the data brokers to protect your information. The common flash cookie variable names are seen as volume, user ID, user, ID, ITS, underscore TPF, underscore FPF, UID, PERF, and computer guide. Everyone would do this, but there is technology out there like Pi, or persistent identification element. This technology is uploaded to a browser and can restore deleted cookies. The common internet user is not proficient enough in technology to understand how cookies work and if they are bad or not. Consumers see cookies as an invasion of privacy, and it is not ethical to have them loaded into our computers without permission. Data is being transformed into personal information. It is like having someone watch everything you do and don't do online without us even knowing. They can get our prescription history, medical history, quiz responses from a social app, credit history, know who our friends are, news and shoes preferences, demographic data, movie preference, interests, and profile information. Advertisers and retailers try their best to analyze the behaviors of millennials to further their understanding of the consumers in this digital age. We are giving up our privacy to third-party companies, and we have no clue where it can go.